This is your boy B with the beard. This is Talk to Me Tuesday. We're going to talk about beard texture, and we're going to talk about beard density, and also so that way you guys get a greater understanding of what these words mean, because I know that a lot of us are told throughout our life about what texture is because our mama said it. Our mom said it, they mama said it, they mama's mamas. And so these words that we've been given, really, truly, we never really did the math on it. We never did our research on it. So we kind of just listening to the next person, propaganda, brands telling us what it is, and basically telling us what our hair is, how it feels. Not really doing the research, and nobody's sitting us down and talk to us about what is what. And we're using words to describe something, and we're misusing words. Myself included. So I was just talking to my son. That's why I'm late, because I was dropping my son off. And I was just talking to him about how a lot of times we can use words, we misuse words, and we don't really go back and really do and study them to really understand if we're using them correctly. And that would help for us to understand the context of a lot of conversations that we having. But I don't want to take too much time. Let's see what time we have. We on here for like 30 minutes. I really want to get into beard breakage because I got some really great info. So hopefully towards the end, we can tap into that on what are some different solutions. What's some of the new research that I've uncovered of why, and what we can do about it. So, first and foremost, I want to say this, fellas. If you guys are looking at a person's beard, and this is going to help us get into texture. When you're looking at a person's beard and you're saying, "Oh man, his beard is long, his beard is full," understand this: if your beard is coily, your beard could be almost the same length, if not the same length, if not bigger. His hair could be a little straighter, so it looks. So he has that look. So never judge a book by its cover until you understand the contents that's in the book. That's what one of my mentors told me. So a lot of times we see a person's beard and then we like, man, or a person may be like, man, it's DNA, it's genetics. No, probably I just got two different types of texture, and if you are different types of structures, hair types, and if you stretch your beard out, your beard probably the same length. He just got a different hair structure, hair shape, hair type. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, I want to say that all this information that I'm about to disseminate on to you fellas and ladies, peace. Oh, Ron, what's up, Ron, baby? Come on, you already know. Drop them bombs, man. Go to my YouTube channel. My thing is, man, I'm not here just to be pushing products here, man. Here's a product. We do have products on blackmensgroomingden.com. Ron will hit you with the link in the comments, but it's bigger than that. You know what I mean? I was telling, I think I was talking today, somebody, a friend of mine's Deuce, and I said, man, I don't want my legacy to be like, man, all he do is be pushing products on me, man. You know what I mean? I want my legacy to be like, man, you know what? Yes, he helped me to facilitate some hair products or beard products, but he also helped me to, eat a lot better. You know what I mean? Exercise, really show how I can really take care of myself. And that's what I want my legacy to be like, man. You know what? This person gave me some information that I can carry on and pass down to my family and so on and so forth. That's what I want my legacy, part of my legacy to be. Now, no shade to anybody else who is not doing that, but this is just me because this is what I have a passion for doing. This is who I am naturally. Now, a lot of this information you're going to get is from the National Center for Biotechnology Information. And also, it's a book. It's also a book out there called, I wrote these notes down because that's why we got Google. We don't always have to have it all up in here. Another book I'm getting a lot of this research and data, this information from is called Histologic Diagnosis of Inflammatory Skin Diseases. So you guys can Google that at your spare time if you want to. And this is where I'm getting a lot of this information from. So if you looking for if you are the person who just want to know a product, just say, hey, B, I just want to know the product. But if you a person who want to know why to it, if you're a curious person like myself and want to know the why, so you can become better at what you do, then you're at the right place. If not, then, just hit me on the DM. I just send you a link to a product real quick and bada boom, bada bang. So texture. So the texture, kind of like the definition. Excuse me, I got to get my water. Make sure you guys get your gallons. Texture is, by definition, is the measure of the circumference of your beard strand. So that's what the definition is. Now, there's 3 types of texture. You have coarse, which also could be thick, right? You got fine, and you have medium. Those are the 3 different types, and you can have all 3 of those different types of textures on your hair, on your beard, okay? We all can. So those are the 3. Now there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4. There's 4 different hair types. Understand, there's 4 different hair types. All right, so now we know what texture is: coarse, fine, medium. Now there's 4 different hair types. There's straight, which typically right here I got straight. Mine's is straighter here. There's spiral, coiled. There's curly. There's wavy. Some people have, I know a couple of you fellas said mine's is wavy. And then there's kinky. So I know right here, my hair and under here gets a lot, it's more kinkier in this area for me. Now, what determines if it's straight, kinky, wavy? It's our follicle. Our follicle determines the shape if it's coily, kinky, curly, or straight. Are like a more spiraled coiling. Now, because we from we from an Afro descent, not everybody's hair is, if it's curly, there's numerous different types of curls. There's not just one different curl, but that's in a broader sense. Those are the 5 different hair types. But again, if it's curly can be, there's so many different types of curly. So now, one of the things that you want to understand about that piece is that Asians have straight hair, in which their follicles go straight. So then that's the reason why they have straight hair. If you're from Afro descent, and I say that because some of us may be, down the pipeline, we were all, if we're here, for the most part, we were enslaved. Our ancestors were. And I know my great-great-great-grandmother was raped by her slave owner. So so our DNA, we kind of mix a little bit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But Afro descent, our follicles are more curved. So say if this is your layer of your skin, right? Your follicles almost horizontal to your skin, and that's why it comes out curly, coily, kinky, wavy, and so on and so forth. And if you are from a Caucasian, they can have a mix. They can have a mix of wavy. They can have a mix of curly, straight. They can go back and forth. Now, that's the difference. So you got different textures, 3 different types of textures. You got about 5 different hair types, and then those can kind of those can expand in itself when you're talking about curly. Now that we understand that, one of the things also I want to talk to you guys about is that density. A lot of guys would like to. Oh, this is another thing. You can't change the texture of your hair, nor can you change the density. I know somebody's going to ask me that. The only way that the texture of your hair can be changed, well, let me say this. Your texture could be altered. It can be altered based on, let's say if you use like a hot pick, a blow dryer, it can be altered that way. But when you alter your hair type, you're actually causing damage. Thus, when I wanted to talk about breakage, thus causing more breakage because you're breaking the structure of your hair. Anytime you get it a hot pick, anytime you use a blow dryer, anytime you're using like a metal comb, which means that a metal comb has it produces a lot of friction. Well, it produces a lot of static, which electricity. That's why I tell you guys, man, listen, man, use a wooden comb. It's like it produces the least amount of static, like the least amount. And if you're using a metal pick, you're damaging your beard. And you can go to the National Center for Biotechnology Information, and they'll share that with you as well. So your grooming habits have to change when it comes to breakage. Anytime we want to get it straightened out, you're breaking the structure of your hair. That'd be like going to a building and be like, man, I want to tilt this building. Well, if you got to tilt the building, you got to break down the foundation, which you breaking down the foundation, the whole building's going to break. So you have these hair cuticles. Each hair strand has a hair cuticle. Each hair strand has a hair cuticle. These hair cuticles, what they do is they protect the core of your cuticle. And the core of your cuticle is where your protein is, your keratinocytes, your keratin. Once you break your hair cuticles, then you just pretty much have damaged your beard. Now you may say, well, B, okay. And let me take a step back. I don't want to misuse the word when I say you damaged your beard, like each beard strand, like your whole beard is damaged, because it can be it's individual beard strands. It's not your entire beard. So I want to be careful when I say your beard is damaged, because that can have a connotation like your beard is damaged, which that's not the case. It's just individuals that hair strands are damaged, not your entire beard. So if you don't have good grooming habits, that can cause a breakage. Being outside in the environment, that causes breakage. Bad grooming habits. What else? Misuse of products as well can cause damage as well, which could cause breakage. Once you got breakage, that means your cuticles are gone. That means the core of your hair strand is exposed. And it's like, I don't know if you guys remember the antennas, the old antennas, right? Where you really had an antenna on a car. I may be dated, but if you bent that antenna, or even on the TV, when you bend it and you driving in the wind, it's just flapping until it just breaks off because the wind or something is going to take it, a tree or whatever the case may be. That's the same analogy for your hair strand. Once the protective layer is gone, it's a wrap. I'll give you at the end of this what some things you can do about that though. So, but let's proceed, because we don't got that much time, and I want to respect everybody's time. Now, again, when we talk about density, this guy asked me, he's like, man, B, can I change the density of my beard? No. And you cannot change the density of your beard. Matter of fact, in the histologic diagnosis of inflammatory skin diseases, that book is a study. And what it says is that the follicles you have are the follicles that were developed at birth. So you cannot produce any more follicles. The follicles you have are the follicles you have. That's what it is. Now, what I want to say is our density can change. Like here, the density of my beard, it's not as dense, but as it gets closer and closer to my chin, it becomes denser. So, but if you want to measure, so beard density, let me just give a definition of beard density. That beard density is how many strands of hair you have on your face. Now, because we have curly, kinky, wavy beard types, it can be confusing because it can look like, we have a high density because it's the perception. But when you start to count those hairs, it may not be as many as you may think. In fact, Asians have more, Caucasians have a higher density of hair. And there's 3 levels. There's high, medium, and low. And on your beard, you can have like right here, I got low density. As it gets closer to my chin, I have higher density, and it's going to be different. Right here, I got high density. On this side, I got high density, but when you get into the middle here, I got about medium density right here, right here under my chin. Again, that is what we are born with. And how to examine this is that take 1 square inch of your beard area, one by one, and just count. I don't have time to do that. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Keep it 1,000 wild. I'm not gonna do that. But if you got a lot of leisure time, you can do that, or have your lady or somebody else, your partner or whatever, do that for you. But what you can do, take a square inch one by one, and you can count how many hair strands you have in that particular area, and you can just go work that around your beard. You can even do it with your hair. Again, I don't have the time, and that's way too meticulous and tedious for me. So, but you can't change the density of your beard. You can change the texture of your hair, of your hair type. But if you're changing it, it will cause breakage. So you'll actually damage it a lot more. And also if you work in an environment where they got a lot of chemicals, it's just chemical infested, that would help. That would change your beard type, even your hair type. So those are some things that will change over the course of time. Also, if you're using dye like Beijing, oh my gosh, man, if you're using chemical dye, you're damaging your beard. You're damaging your beard. And that's why if you ever use Beijing, the reason why you're using it again, because after you use it and it's damaged, it gets real it gets super, it's like super dry, and it's weird. But once you do that, you done damaged it. So there's no reversing that. You can't reverse. You can't reverse after you chemically have destroyed the chemical compound of your hair strand. All right. So I hope that information helped. Also, I want to say, I wrote this down. So excessive or repeated, and this is from, again, the National Center for Biotechnology Information, which is a government site. Basically, they said excessive or repeated chemical treatment, grooming habits, environmental exposure produce changes in hair texture. If extreme result and if it's extreme, it leads to breakage. Again, that's what they said. I didn't say that. I just did the research. Also, when your cuticle layer is thinner, this is another thing about Afrocentric hair. Guys, you guys are gonna be like, man, this is crazy. Asians, I'm just throwing out facts. Asians have thicker hair than we have. In fact, Caucasians have thicker hair than we have. Again, you can go do this. You can go do the science. You can go look this up. This is all documented facts. This is no pseudoscience. And the reason why is like our hair. That's why they said it was like wool, like cotton. We actually have finer hair, strand by strand. If you measure strand by strand, Asian strand and an Afrocentric hair, our strand is going to be finer. Their strand is going to be thicker. So even just based on that, we're already highly susceptible to breakage just off of that, because our cuticle layer is thinner. And remember, your cuticle layer is what's protecting your hair strand from breakage, from damage. So if we already have a thin cuticle layer, then we already put ourselves, we already in a highly susceptible space for breakage. So we have to really, really take care of our beards. Is that much more important. So you can't be going no days without taking care of your beard. You can't go a morning. You can't go a night. That's why if you heating your beard and beard pick with the hot comb, or you doing the with the hot pick, or you blow drying it, I mean, you do it at your own risk. I'm just giving you the facts. You're damaging. I did it. It damaged my beard. So dye, you're gonna damage it. You're gonna actually damage this. They call it the CMC, the cell membrane complex. So you're gonna damage the whole your scales, your keratin site. Now what I want to say, what products can you use? What grooming products can you use that would help with reducing breakage? I want to get to that really quick. Well, remember, your hair strand is made up of protein cells that as your hair grows from your skin, from your follicle, it's made of proteins. So what you need to do is, for example, you can use coconut oil. I wouldn't use it directly because it affects everybody different. I'm not saying use it directly. You may have to either dilute it with another oil or find a beard oil that has coconut oil. Okay? And again, a product that has coconut oil, that's kind of up in the air too, because you don't know how much coconut oil they use. And that's always up in the air. But it's better than not using anything. So, but coconut oil, again, you can go to National City for Biotechnology Information. They did the math. They actually did mineral oil, sunflower oil, and they tested coconut oil. Out of all three of those oils, coconut oil reduces protein loss. You need protein. It's going to help make your beard stronger. It reduced. Sunflower oil didn't do it. Mineral oil definitely didn't do it. Coconut oil. Again, I'm not saying to directly go to the store and put coconut oil on your beard because it responds to everybody's hair and beard differently. Mind you, your beard is a lot coarser than your hair. It's different. Remember that. So don't be using hair care products that's formulated for your hair onto your beard and your skin. So that's one way you can use. Another thing you can do, because our cuticle layer is thin. It's the thinnest out of all the groups, Asians, Caucasians. If you have Afrocentric hair, again, it may differ for everybody because here in America, I'm not, if you're from Africa, that would be different for you because your lineage, you can trace your lineage all the way back, and it could be all the way black. You feel me? But for us in America, black men with beard in America is a little bit different because we were enslaved, and a lot of the slave owners was raping our ancestors. So we mixed. We got some genes, genetics that could be a little bit mixed there. So I want to just asterisk that, okay? But again, Afrocentric. Going back to that, our hair cuticle is thin. We have the thinnest. So if we already have the thinnest, then what I would recommend you to do is, and I did a video on my YouTube channel. Ron, if you can put the YouTube channel onto in the box, that way they can go see my video that I did about 5 thick beard oils. Go check that out. You ain't got to use all 5 of them. You just need to use one. I'm just giving you options. You can use one. Use one. Give you quick 2 of them. Coconut oil, Jamaican black castor oil. Those are 2 thick oils. Because of our, thanks Ron, appreciate it. Give a shout out to Ron. He came out to Atlanta with his family. Me and him was able to build. Great brother. And if you guys are in Atlanta, you want to build, listen, man, I'm down for that. Absolutely. But anyhow, your hair cuticle is thin. So what can you do? You can get some Jamaican black castor oil or coconut oil. This is what I do. I'm going to show you what I do. I take my Mr. Balm, which you can get at blackmensgrooming.com. I take my Mr. Balm, and then I add like maybe a dab of just like a dime size or a pea size of Jamaican black castor oil, because you don't want to use Jamaican black castor oil by itself because it's so thick. You need something to thin it out. So you can either use grapeseed oil or you can use what else? Grapeseed oil is really good because it absorbs into your skin really well without leaving it greasy. Or for example, what I use, I'm using my Mr. Balm to help thin it out, mix it together, bada boom, bada bang. And that's going to help with any damage. Now, if you got damage already prior to doing this, it won't, it's not retroactive. Again, it's not retroactive. It's moving forward, okay? It's not retroactive. It's all about moving forward. So this is how you can begin to build on your grooming habits. I'm checking the time here. Where you can have better grooming habits. Hit them with the wave. Bow. Ooh, got it. you want to have better grooming habits, okay? This is going to help reduce the damage, your damage. Now, if it's already damaged, if you got a hair strand in there, a beard strand in there, if it's damaged, it's already damaged. There's nothing you can do about it, but just let it go. It's going to break. It is what it is. Now, you got to know the difference between breakage and shedding. This is a difference. You can go to my YouTube channel. I talk about this. I'm not going to spend the time to talk about it. Just go to the YouTube channel. I put the time in. You got to know the difference, okay? And once you know the difference, then you can be like, okay, that's breakage, or okay, that's shedding. We're typically on average, we shed about 80 to about 100 hair strands a day. All right, so put that in perspective. Now, if it's breakage, when you go see the video and you watching this, if it's breakage, again, it goes back to our cuticles. It's thin. The layer is thin. Try using coconut oil or a product with coconut oil. Try using black castor oil with like the Mr. Balm or with grapeseed oil. Again, if a product has Jamaican black castor oil in it, I don't know how much they put in there. You know what I mean? They could have put 1 drop just to say they had it. Anybody can do that. This industry is not regulated, which is always kind of but you know, it is what it is. So they can put 1 drop. As long as they put 1 drop, they can say Jamaican black castor oil for marketing purposes. Again, I'm going to give you the real. A lot of it out here is marketing. And I get it. You got to market. You got to sell because you got to convince people to buy. I get it. I understand. But for you guys to be transparent with you, I want to give you the information so you can be better consumers. I'm not saying don't buy the product, but again, when you'll know where you're investing your dollar. Because I don't like, I mean, if you're going to invest your dollar, you work every single day, you put the time in. Sometimes your boss may get on your nerves. Sometimes you don't have to get up in the morning. You sacrifice a lot. And for you to just sacrifice and give your money away that easy, and what you're getting back in return is not an equal, it's not reciprocity, it's not equal. I don't think that's right. That's just how I feel about it. So my job, what I made it my business, is to give you the information, give you the facts, to help you be better consumers so you can know how to invest your dollar a whole lot better. Because I know that, man, that stuff don't come, it don't, you know, we ain't got, you know, and not everybody got a money tree. At least I don't. I ain't got no money tree. So I can't be out here just spending. If I'm going to spend something, I need to know it's going to be right. Or, you know, I'm just not going to spend or patronize your business. That's just me. So out of respect for you and your family and what you got going on and what you do on an everyday basis, I want to make sure that you get the right information. So that is your, so if you're suffering from breakage, that's the reason why you're suffering from breakage. Those are some of the things you want to use. Get away from the metal picks. I see guys online using the metal picks. Dude, why are you using the metal picks? If you're using the metal picks when we have Afrocentric hair, which already the facts already says that we got a thin layer, we got a thin cuticle layer, and also it also shares with us that our grooming habits, our bad grooming habits and grooming tools can help extremely put us in a position where we have breakage. That's why I be saying don't use and a lot of guys be like, man, I've been using this beard pick, man, and granted, you know, the person who may be saying that be like, man, my beard is straight. I remember this dude on my basketball team when I was in high school. Dude had talent, mad talent, and the coach was always trying to help him so he can go to the next level. Because we all know it's hard work always gonna beat talent, always. But you know, he young, whatever. He don't really know. He don't understand because he got the talent and he's better than everybody at that particular time. He's not like, he ain't really listening because he already think he got it. That's the same way what I think with guys who just be like, nah, man, this is my pick. I've been doing this. It's been, listen, if your beard is looking the way it looks because you got talent, just imagine what it could look if you match that with some great grooming habits, great grooming tools. It can take it to a whole nother level. That's all I'm saying. My coach just wanted to take my teammate to the next level. That's it. He wanted to take what he already had and build on that. So again, this is no shade, it's no hate, but it's just for us to be transparent and be 1,000 with each other. And that's the same thing with me. I got to correct my ways, you know what I mean? Because I got to listen to people because I don't know it all. That's why I bring people on. I don't know everything. So I would bring people who know things that I don't know. That's just a buck. Go look at the videos. KT Arts Degree, he came on. He broke the science down for a full hour. Man, he gave so much valuable information. If you're not going to that video and you're not watching it, you're probably going to have to watch it 2 or 3 times because the words that he used are not the words they taught us in high school or in college. So it's going to sound foreign. It may feel boring, but it's going to help you get to the next level. And you know, you probably can impress a lady with your, with your words. You're like, oh, wow, this guy's using some elite words. But that's neither here nor there. But the point of it is, go check that out. KT the Arts Degree. He just lays some more information because we don't understand. We just want products, fellas. I don't want to go on a tangent. I just really got to emphasize this. Dude, it's not the products. It's about what you put inside your body. Real talk. If you don't understand your body, we're not taught this in elementary, middle school, high school. Nobody's teaching us nothing. We just going about trusting that this company, this brand, this company is going to do right by us. That's not the case. The company's in business to make money for them. They're not in the business to help you. They're just in the business. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's what it is. Because if it was, they would give you the knowledge. Because a lot of times people are afraid, man, if he got the knowledge, he going to know. Well, if he know, what is he going to know? Is he going to expose you? Because if you keeping it a buck with a person, then it don't matter if you give them the knowledge. Because they're going to be able to see, they're going to recognize real every single time. So that's me, man. You're going to recognize it. And what else I wanted to say real quick? Any questions? Let's leave it to questions. I've been talking. I just had a lot just building up. I couldn't wait for this. Talk to Me Tuesday. Questions. Also, if you don't got no hair on your face, if you don't have no hair on your face, there's no scientific evidence as of date that I know of that you can put a beard product, a beard oil, a beard balm on your face, and all of a sudden you got beard hair. Again, to date, that may change tomorrow, but as of today, I haven't found it. And if you have found that, where it says beard products, grooming products, please send it my way, and I'll be like, I stand corrected, because I could be corrected. I could be wrong. I can always be wrong. So I'd rather you guys bring me some information too. But that part also too, I want to share with you guys. Any questions? Please give me a question. I'll answer a question now. I'm just going in right now. So, but if you got a question, please. Oh, somebody asked me a question about. Hold on. That's your beard grow. Yup. KT showed me. Okay. Oh, another thing too. We got my man Andy. Andy, who is the Guinness World Record holder. He was on yesterday live talking about 5 different exercises that's going to give you the best physique. Now, it says the best physique at amazing physique for a dad, but even if you're not a dad, these 5 things can work for you as well. You got to get in the gym. Why? Because you got to build testosterone. A lot of times we spend our life doing what? Sitting down, working at a desk, or we're driving a vehicle, a truck, or whatever. We always in a sitting position. When we was kids, we was always up and running. So what we were doing, we were producing, especially when we hit puberty, we were producing growth hormones. You got to produce growth hormones. When you hit puberty, what you start to see, wow, I got hair down there because of growth hormones. I got hair under my arms. I got hair on my face because of growth hormones. As you get older, your growth hormones is not producing like that. So you got to put the work in now. You know, it was easy when we was in high school or middle school because we was just, you know what I mean? We like a rocket. But you got to hit the gym. Don't just be working on arms and you on the Instagram showing your arm. Get that out the way. But your legs looking like a chicken. Growth hormones. Go check out the video. Andy's going to explain to you 5 different things. He's also going to explain a couple exercises to help increase your growth hormones. Testosterone. Okay? Testosterone, fellas. We need to produce more testosterone because, again, that's a part of it. Also, we got Talk to Me Tuesday. I mean, not Talk to Me Tuesday. And we got like a couple more minutes, and then I'm off. I'm done. I'm out of here. We have a beer food Thursdays. Beer food Thursday with Chef Deuce. So we're actually going to be implementing different foods that's going to help you, help your beard, your hair, your skin, your overall body. Foods that's going to help produce. Also, we have Sharif. Sharif, he just texted me. Sharif, you can go to my YouTube, Black Men's Beard. Sharif talks about custom suits that you can wear, the difference. Again, we want to look good, we want to feel good, we want to be good, we want to be healthy. Also, we got my boy Josh. He's coming on next week, Wednesday, for Beard Fit Wednesdays, where every Wednesday he's going to give us different exercises. He's going to actually show us different exercises that we're going to use. That's going to be on the YouTube platform. We got a couple things that's coming on, man. Again, this is not just about, it's centered, the core of it. Our connection is beards, but it's not about me pushing a product, man. It's about you being the best person, the best man, the best person that you can be. Period. Hands down. You see what happened to Ricky Rose. Yes, he got a beard, but man, my man had to go make some change. He had to go get surgery. His life was in jeopardy. He got a family. He got people depending on him. So, and I know people depend on you, even if you don't got kids or family. Somebody's looking up to you, a cousin. Somebody's looking up for you to take it to the next level. So you want to be your best person. When you're your best person, get some sleep. That's another thing. If you're not sleeping, if you're not getting any sleep, that's going to affect your beard growth as well. That's going to affect, because sleep, when you're asleep, especially between the hours of 10 and 1, and of course you got people who work second and third shift, but for the most part, the hours between 10 and 1, these are just studies. I'm going to get you guys the actual where the studies are, and you can go check for yourself. 10 and 1 is the golden hour to get some sleep. That's when you're producing, your body's rejuvenating, the cells are regenerating, you're getting a lot of build in that space. That's what sleep is all about. If you want to build a better beard, then you need to get sleep. If you're not sleeping and you're sleep deprived, then that's a problem. It's a serious health problem. There's more people who are having issues being sleep deprived, and a lot of this is because we're on the screen all day. Our brains, our bodies don't know if it's day or night because we always got light. So you can get an iPhone, you can put it in low light. If you got an Android, you can get like an app called Twilight. It'll take the blue light out, and it'll just help you, man. These are things just little small things that can do the trick. So with that said, if I take one question and then we out. This your boy B with the Beard. This Talk to Me Tuesday. I've given you guys some quality content, some quality information that you can take with you. Watch this video again if you need to. There was a question. A guy asked me about one product. Oh, yes. Oh, I almost forgot about this. Whew. Got so much stuff in my head. Fellas, I'm not going to talk about that yet because I'm going to need a whole different, I'm going to talk about it next week on Talk to Me Tuesday. I'm going to talk about it. Yeah. Oh, your pH. That's another thing, too. They said once your pH hit 9.0, you're in the red zone. Like, red zone. Yeah. So your pH also. So once your pH, the hair, your skin, all that, it goes up to 9.0, you're in the red zone. That causes damage as well, too, which causes breakage as well. But I can get more in depth and details on another video. I don't want to spend this time getting in depth. Next week I'll talk about the pH. Also I can hit on the pH a little bit. Also I'll talk about water, putting water on your beard every single day. The effects it can have on our beard. I'm going to talk about that next Tuesday. I'm not going to talk about it on this because that deserves a Talk to Me Tuesday on its own. And I need to explain to you guys and to be thorough with you because I know you guys be like, man, B, you be saying water. I need to be thorough with you so you can have a deep understanding and walk away from there like, okay, cool, I get it. and then you definitely gonna get. That's gonna be dope next week. It's gonna be dope because it's gonna really open us up to some things. So again, it's not about the products. Those are cosmetic. Those are topicals. It's all about what you're putting in your body. It's all about, you exercising, sleeping, getting it in. I'm in the gym every, like at least 3 to 4 times a week in the morning time. I got my gallon of water with me. Sometimes I don't always drink a gallon, you know what I mean? Sometimes because I'm working and doing stuff and moving and I'm out and about. But I always try to get at least a half a gallon. At the very least, if I don't drink the whole gallon, a half a gallon. Every day is different for everybody, but we do beard hydration challenge where we drink up to a gallon a day. If you can get to a half a gallon, great. Hashtag beard hydration challenge. If you're doing that on a daily basis, just hashtag it. So we all can be, we a family, so we all be on one accord and we can check each other out. You know what I mean? Don't be like, drinking a gallon a day. No, okay, cool. But, hashtag it so we family, so we can be inspired by each other. If you're looking at somebody's beard, don't judge a book by its cover. Judge it by the content. So a man who has a longer beard, you have to ask yourself, what is his hair type? If yours is more kinky and curly and his is more wavy, then yes, his beard is going to drop more. If yours is kinky, it's going to be coily. That doesn't mean y'all don't have the same length. It's just yours is coiled up. But if you pull out your beard, like if I pull, like right now, it looks like my beard is here. But if I pull my coils out, my beard comes here. Right here. If I pull this out, it comes here. You see? You can probably see that. See? That's where my beard comes, right here. So my beard right here, if I pull my coils, it comes right here. But because my hair is coily, you don't see that. And that's with all Afrocentric hair. Women, men, it's the same thing. So when you see a person's beard, you're like, man, this beard, man. Do not look at it from a different lens. You got information now. You got to be like, what kind of hair type he is. Because if he has a different hair type, yeah, it's going to be different. But if you look at a person who has the same exact hair type, then you're going to be like, oh, man, his beard is like my beard. But if you got somebody whose beard is straighter, then yeah, it's going to be longer. It's science. It's the science. It is what it is. If his beard looks like the texture is coarser, finer, or medium, yeah, of course. It's the science. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? So, with that said, if you want to, this is another thing with thicker oils, and this is why you got to see the video. Go check out the video, the 5 thicker oils. Is because if you want to give the illusion to change the texture of your beard, if you want to give the illusion, then you can use some thicker oils. And that will give you the illusion. It won't scientifically, biologically change it, but it would give you the illusion that it's thicker. This your boy B with the beard. I appreciate each and every one of you. And man, that's all I got to say. Salute.